Yo, what's good, ladies and gentle bitches? Welcome back to the channel. We're back recording live from the mothership, covering some Tekken 8. Now, we're coming off a weekend of, again, some more... I don't even know what word to say. Any word that I say might not even do it justice, but we had another amazing week of Tekken gameplay, Tekken tournament gameplay. Just this past week, we had BAM 15, I don't even remember what BAM stands for, but we just had BAM. And also we had Head Stomper, which was held in Sweden. BAM was an Australian tournament. Head Stomper, Swedish tournament. Both of them on the same weekend. BAM was amazing. I watched pretty much all of BAM. I didn't catch the majority of Head Stomper until like top 16. Even that tournament went off. That tournament was sick. Tournament won by Elias, Dutch Eddie player, who seems to be making some waves around Europe recently, especially since Tekken 8 dropped, right? And BAM was won by Aslan Ash, unless I'm remembering incorrectly. But BAM, I mean, coming off the back of Combo Breaker, some sick matches, just some generally good Tekken, and it puts me in such a good, positive mood for the future of Tekken, because if we're having games like this, I mean, obviously they've been improving the game slowly, bit by bit. They've been making improvements to try and get the game closer to where we want the game to be, right? It seems like we're finally on the same track. We're all heading in the right direction and trending towards a better Tekken 8, right? And the tournaments we've been having, honestly, better than the tournaments, like, for the most part, we can all agree Tekken 8 Season 1 was better than Season 2, right? At least it's closer to where we would want the game to be. But even so, I think the tournaments that we've had already in Tekken World Tour, we had Combo Breaker. Well, it started with Evo Japan. We had Evo Japan, Combo Breaker, Brussels Challenge, now Head Stomper and BAM. I think there's one more as well that I'm forgetting that we had it in there in that time. All played on different versions of the game. And all of them tournaments we're seeing some good ass Tekken, bro. Like, just across the board, seeing some good ass shit. So it puts me in a good mood, because if we keep getting these balance patches, and I mentioned in my last Tekken video, this balance patch coming up is so important. This balance patch is going to drop tomorrow. The Namco account has tweeted out, like they've been doing this regularly during this season of emergency patches that they've been dropping, right? They've been dropping notes, letting us know prior what this patch is gonna do for the game, right? So we got in front of us this new patch, like I said, dropping tomorrow, June 3rd. I guess for some of you it will be June 2nd, right? Yeah, some of you it will be June 2nd, depending on what time it drops. And we're gonna go over what this patch has on offer, right? I'm glad that they're letting us know it in advance, because, like I said, we don't want to go into it expecting something and get disappointed. That's exactly what the Tekken community always seems to do, bro. They be expecting shit, and then we upset when we don't get it, right? So let's dive right into this. I'm excited because, like I said, I think this patch is huge. I think we get this game into a good place, and Tekken 8 is gonna pop off, bro. So let's see. So, by the way, like I said, there's not going to be... This is just going to tell us what the next patch is going to be focusing on. So, and I guess the patch after as well. So, shared balance adjustments policy for version 2.2 and 2.3. Yeah, so it's going to be both. Alright, so following the previous update, version 2.1, we'll continue addressing moves with excessively high return in relative to risk. And high performance moves that can repeatedly create advantage situations. Surly, just woke up. Ignore me, I can't read. Advantageous situations. So they've been doing this bit by bit. They've been nerfing moves within these other patches, but they've just been very... What's the word? They've been lenient, right? They've been, what's the word I'm looking for? I never like to use simplistic words. I would like to. I know I can't figure the word, right? But they've been scarce with they're worrying. And to be honest, I get it, right? You don't want to go in and just over nerf. I mean, as much as the Tekken community will tell you that that's what needs to happen, right? Like, you don't want to be... I think it's better that they're doing it this way, where they're consistently chopping the game down. I know people are impatient and entitled is my two. If you had to describe this generation of gamers and just people in general, the society, impatient, entitled, right? So I know people want to rush, they want everything now, right? But I think it's better that they're doing it this way and they're not overdoing anything. Like, we're gonna get there. Just, you know, we're gonna get there. If they keep going this way, we're gonna get there. But anyway, advantageous situations leading to one-sided gameplay. Balance adjustments will prioritize moves with particularly high impact based on player feedback and match data. Sounds good, right? Sounds good. In consideration of several major esports tournaments scheduled in August, large scales, what? That don't, oh, okay, because my shit is in the way, it looks like. Large scale balance adjustments are expected to conclude with version 2.3. Large scale. Okay, so this is what I've been talking about, right? I've been saying, I feel like this patch here is going to be the patch to tackle balance, character balance. I feel like this one needs to be a big one because, like I said, they've been chopping at stuff over the past, what, 3? I think we've had 3 or 4 patches now. They've been chopping at stuff slowly. I feel like this one needs to be big. This one needs to be pages and pages, like the Season 2 patch notes were big. It needs to be big like that. Every single character, a bunch of nerfs. That's what we need, right? Because every character in this game, there's still a lot of moves in this game that are just silly. Silly moves in this game, bro. So I think this patch needs to be big. And considering they're saying that basically this patch and the next patch are gonna be the last of the large scale, as they call it, large scale patches, I'm hoping that it sounds like that's going to be the case, where we're going to get a big patch and then followed by another big patch. And then anything that comes will be tweaks and touch-ups. And ideally what they're telling us is by 2.3, they want the game to look, the game is going to look how they want it to look, really. And I think that's a good idea because, like I say, like, it's all right for the start of the World Tour that every tournament damn near has been played on a different version of the game. That's okay for now, right? You don't want that to be the case for the entire tournament, even leading on to Esports World Cup and leading on to even the Tekken World Tour Finals. You don't want everything to be always... You want stability, right? Consistency, and you want the game to be in a consistent place. You don't want things to be changing all the time. So by 2.3, which I'm guessing is going to come with the release of Fakam, right? Which is July. I think it was mid-July, they said. Something like that. I don't know. Right? I'm guessing the last big patch is going to come with Fakam. Which, again, still sounding good. Sounding good. However, we'll continue monitoring the competitive environment after 2.3 and consider further adjustments as needed. Perfect. See? Right. Sounds good. Sounds good to me. Alright, balance adjustments policy for 2.2. Patch notes are scheduled to be released around 10:30 a.m. JST. I don't even know what JST is. That just Japanese Standard Time? I don't know. I'm guessing. Tuesday, June 3rd. I'm gonna have to figure out what time that's gonna be for me. I'll figure out what time that's gonna be for y'all. Wherever you are, it doesn't really matter. We only have so much longer to wait. Anyway, we could wait, right? Anyway. We'll include further adjustments aimed at optimizing the overall balance between offense and defense. In addition to the shared policy above, we'll revise certain aspects of the heat system to prevent it having an excessive impact on match flow. Ain't really nothing to say about that. Sounds good, right? Sounds good. To be honest, I think heat in general, I know, listen, I feel like I get where balance in this game becomes a real problem because you want to listen to the legacy fans and you want to listen to the casual fans, but you have to find a balance, right? Because already, like, listening to a lot of the legacy fans now, it's like they clearly, a lot of the fans, I'm not saying all the fans because it's not all the fans, right? But a lot of the legacy fans just want this game to be Tekken 7. They don't want this game to be Tekken 8. And we have to accept Tekken 8 is what it is, bruh. Tekken 8 is Tekken 8, right? Heat is Heat. Heat is the most important thing in Tekken 8. they're not scrapping Heat. They're not even going to do... I mean, they might do like a big rework, but I don't personally think it needs... Like, a lot of people want Heat to be earned. And to be honest, I don't think that's a terrible idea. But I also don't think it's necessary. I don't think we need to have Heat be in a state where you start without it and you earn it up. I don't think that needs to be the case. I think that is an option, but I also think that just toning Heat down is what we need to do. We don't need to change how Heat works fundamentally. We just need to tone it down. Right now it's just a bit too strong. However, what I was gonna say is that right now I think Heat is in a decent place. I think the nerfs they've made to Heat are big, right? I think the problem with Heat right now is not so much within the foundation and the core of Heat. I think the problem we have with Heat is character specific. I think that certain characters are just doing too much in Heat. Because with a character like Lee, for example, like, right? You can't tell me that Heat is too strong when you're facing Lee. It's not, right? It's too strong when you're facing characters like Claudio and Devil Jin and stuff like that, right? So it's character specific. I think Heat and the way it works right now is in a good space, right? Since they nerfed the... Also, another thing, characters regaining Heat. Get rid of it. Cut it. Cut it out, bro. Cut it out. Cut it out. Characters do not need to be regaining Heat, bro. Especially when the stuff that you're using... I'm looking at you, lore mains. The stuff you're using to regain Heat is stuff that you'd be using anyway, right? Like how we have... Nunchucks used to take and consume Heat. Now it's giving you Heat. You're using nunchucks with guaranteed follow-ups, and it's giving you Heat. That doesn't make... You're using nunchucks in combos, and it's giving you... It doesn't make sense, right? You shouldn't be regaining Heat. You get your Heat, and that's what you have, bro. When you use it, it's done, right? So, like I said, like, there's some things still that need to be toned down with Heat, but I think they've done a good job. Most of his character specific... King, right? Like, King is just too strong in Heat, but it's not the same as when you're fighting Azucena, right? Or, you know, that's my opinion. So I don't think Heat itself needs too much. I still think Heat smashes need to be looked at. The tracking on Heat smashes, and also plus frames on Heat. Not every... I've been saying this. Not every Heat smash needs to be +7 into 50-50. Just do the Heat smash and it's 0 on block. You know, that's cool. 0, -3. Like, who are the characters? Like Jun, for example. Jun... Brian, right? Characters like that, like, that's how he... Like, it's already a good-ass move without being +7 into mix, right? Like Steve. It doesn't make sense. But anyway, let's get back to this, right? Match flow. Okay, so now we're getting into Heat timer. Adjustment on Heat timer consumption for certain moves. All right, so let's see what they have to say. I was just talking about this, right? So, some moves that consume remaining Heat time... Okay, some moves that consume remaining Heat timer time have had a disproportionate impact on the balance of offense and defense. To address this, we'll adjust the amount of Heat timer consumed by these moves. So I guess that goes both ways. I'm trying to figure out if they're talking about moves that are consuming Heat. I mean, it says consumption, right? So they're not really talking about... It says offense and... I don't know. It sounds like they're talking about moves. I like this. I also feel like some moves consume too much Heat. Like, if you're going to give me a move that I can only use in Heat, I don't feel like it should take half my Heat bar. Is it just me? Or does that make sense, right? If you give me a move that I can only use in Heat, I don't see why it's going to take half my Heat bar to use it. Like, the point is for me to use it, right? Now, why are you going to punish me for using it? I don't know. I feel like... Yeah, I feel like some of these moves, if you have to tone down the move to let me use it more often, then fine. But I don't feel like some of these moves shouldn't, I don't know, like, it doesn't make sense to me. But they haven't addressed moves giving more Heat, which is kind of silly. Alright, so in particular, high guard crush potential moves have made it difficult for the defending side to respond and often led to one-sided situations. As such, we will increase the Heat timer consumption to better balance risk and reward. So in this case, they're obviously talking about stuff like Shaheen. I mean, that's all I can think of, to be honest. High guard crush potential moves. Is there a lot of those right now? In Heat specific, I mean. Like, there's a lot of guard crush moves in this game. But high guard crush specific in Heat. How many of those are there? I can only think of Shaheen right now. Panda and Kuma have one. Is that Heat only though? Can they not do that? I guess that is Heat only, yeah. But anyway, yeah. So those moves specifically are gonna take more heat. I'm fine with that. I'm happy with that, to be honest. I already think there's too many guard crush moves in this game. So if we're toning that down in general, I'm happy with that. Great. Cool. This change aims to make move selection more tactical and appropriate to the situation by correcting the risk-reward balance for the heat timer consuming. Perfect. That's exactly what we all want. We want move selection to be more tactical and appropriate, right? We don't want mind-numbingly brain-dead offense. Just run, rush, offense, guard break. We don't want that. We want you to have to think, right? Perfect. All right. How much is there of this? Okay, there's not much left. All right, let's get through this. Where are we? Oh, there's not much left at all. Boom. Alright. Tracking adjustments for Heat Smash. It's sounding good. Alright. For some characters, if the first hit of Heat Smash whiffs, the follow-up attacks will still track the opponent excessively. In version 2.2, we will adjust the tracking so that if the first hit misses, the following attacks will no longer track the opponent. This aims to prevent situations where the defending player is unfairly hit despite a successful evasion and to improve counterplay opportunities against Heat Smash. Now, sounds good, but I don't like the emphasis on second hit. Because a lot of these Heat Smashes, the first hit is the problem, right? Steve, the second hit is not a problem because you're not sidestepping that first hit, bro. You're not sidestepping that first hit. I mean, listen, some Heat Smashes can track you a little bit. I don't mind. I don't feel like, again, I don't feel like every character should be the same and every move should be the same. But some of them, again, like Steve's Heat Smash. What is the weakness to Steve's Heat Smash? Can somebody tell me? Like, what is... It's ridiculously fast. It's got decent range. It's tracking you like crazy. It's doing good damage. It breaks the floor, I'm pretty sure, right? For a combo. It gives you plus on block into mix. What is the weakness to that Heat Smash? Crazy, right? So we'll see. All of this is sounding good. Balance adjustment policy. Patch notes are scheduled to be released. Oh, okay. So this is 2.3. So that's everything for 2.2. July 8th, we're going to get the patch notes. Buffs for select characters within a range that does not significantly impact overall balance. Okay. So there are going to be buffs. So I'm guessing in the next one there's not going to be buffs. I don't know. We'll see. Revision to frame advantage on block for rage arts in light of increased importance of counterattacks due to raise health value. So I'm guessing rage arts are going to be more punishable. Which is good. Interesting. So, this patch is important, bro. This patch is real important. Everything in this patch that they've mentioned sounds really good on paper. We're gonna have to wait till tomorrow to see how it turns out. Tomorrow, I think I'll stream and go through the patch notes. Depending on what they look like. If they're not that, I don't know. Yeah, I might do a stream tomorrow just going through the patch notes and then playing the game and seeing how it feels. Yeah, man. I'm excited, bro, because this is a big, like I said, man. Tekken's been... I've been enjoying Tekken since the World Tour started, especially watching. Watching this game has been a lot of fun, right? So, we're going to wait for these patch notes. We're going to see how it turns out. We can only cross our fingers and hope for the best. Hopefully, by this time tomorrow, granted, if the patches drop, like I said, I need to check what time this comes out. Hopefully, by this time tomorrow, Tekken will be in a much better spot for us to all sit down and enjoy. So, we're going to wrap this up. Yeah, I'll catch you guys in patch 2.2. Peace.